And so this is a brand I discovered. I'm using a lot of time to use micro pen, color the whole blackening here, and use the cloth sponge to clean a little bit, and finally discovered the brand called JC brand is type of Japanese brand. Probably they are exist in Malaysia before, although they are not very quite common. But someone comment on my video says GEC, so that is a false information. But anyway, thank you for that info, because probably yes, it's similar to GEC because, but you haven't discovered it yet because I thought it's GEC because you guys come and say, oh, okay, so GEC tube. Alright, so this one, this is a regular, this is an original GEC tube. There you go, GEC, and you can see this one. They have these marking on it. This marking indicate the line of the holder to line up, but you can see this one don't have. Although I see a lot of some old places, probably old-fashioned wooden house, vintage like casing, and they are mostly some of the JC tube. Although they say these glass are high quality, although they can see they are much thicker. Let me see with the state. And there are different sound between the GEC tube light. But this is say on the wall. See, GEC tube glass are much thinner. Although let me I have few of the Philip tube. This one are much thinner glass. This one you can see thicker because these are Japanese technology lamp. Although most of the Japanese tube light they are much thicker because problem one, Japanese is a type of country that have earthquake. What the fuck? Did I say earthquake? This fall down. Okay, so Japanese have cool earthquake probably, but they have earthquake, so their country very sad about earthquake, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so earthquake happen because vibration can cause glass to compress, like lamp holder wrapping around like that and compressing the tube light. So this will cause like Philip like this thin glasses are Malaysia type one. That's why they can breakable. And this Japanese one, but even though they have modern logo, alright, this already have logo. I say see the triangular, but I think it's a Serum logo. If they have a shape like that, there's a Serum logo. So I draw it, whatever. It's not very quite beautiful, but at least the JC brand is existed. Alright, so Japanese tube light will be much thicker because they need to protect from earthquake, because like falling down, they're not very quite shatter easily. At least you put it very high, fall on the ground, definitely will end of the life. But most of the modern JC tube, they are switch the end to steel. No, they are switch the end here, the end cap here, to the shiny, like the, what is this called? Like LED tube, what are these pins? They are called aluminum or anything, or called steel or anything. They are unrustable one. But older one, JC tube have this copper pin, so this one can be rustable for older time. But the glass of this tube is high quality. Even though they can see the tube on both sides blackening, they still manage to work. That's why all of the JC tube I saw in the old place, they are probably usable. As long as the electrode is not failing, because the electrode are very thick. A standard 2-feet ballast cannot let the electrode glow. Standard 4-feet can make a little bit. They need a type of ballast. A 58-watt ballast probably make it glow brighter, very bright. But they probably will be overlook the lamp. I will not do that. Although 40-watt ballast cannot let the electrode go because they are high quality. So even though they're blackening, they still manage to work. Because all the GEC tube I see is all blackening. There we go. They start up in the same way, although they see most of the tube are blackening, but they're still usable. As long like what the Philip one there, they're already at the end of the life. Probably. Let me check this one. Yeah, this one is much faded also. This JC one. Oh, there you go. Okay, so the JC tube managed to survive quite long time, although they came down from my grandparents' house. Although you can see this modern one can be die easy because the electrode. Second is the glass. Third is the quality of the thing. That's why even though it's Philip, the electrode is managed to dead easily. But this, so it really must be changed a little bit for fluorescent light. But thankfully, Philips doesn't produce fluorescent light at all. Doesn't produce the fluorescent light anyway because they knock off. Although they have, if they still produce, I want to manage something. They change the electrode to 40 watt probably because this will make a high quality like all of these operation piece of junk. But this thing fit to my scrap thing here. This thing, this fixture is came down with this tube. It's followed this tube. So this fixture is with this tube. So I managed it. It will have like that. So this is a fluorescent fixture because at that time I saw this thing, this brand is faded upward like that because you can see this line. This is a dust build-up line. Although these are aluminum, they're not rustable. But the tube installing like that. So I usually cannot see the brand. Although the dust build up on the top, they are very thick layer. That's why single cloth like using a cotton cloth there, and you can scrub off the brand because the dust build up very much and bacteria are eating it. But anyway, this I managed to find the thing because the ink gone, but the printing marking still on it. You can still find some fluorescent light, they are faded away like this. Begin to like this, although the black ink begin to dissolve into golden chocolate until they dissolve until disappear. But you can still find it. So you can actually still find the marking unless you know how to do it, like me. Because I'm professional lighting collector, so I will know. These two are not gonna survive that long. Although you can see they're glowing very dim, although here it's glowing very bright. So I should say these two are not gonna survive that long, although they will start to EUL. How about we test on electronic balance? Should we?